Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7. So the content for the January 2025 update, or update 1.55, has finally been confirmed, and for what I feel like is the first time in forever, I was a little bit off with one of my predictions. So in terms of the update itself, it is certainly not a big one. I did warn a lot of people of that yesterday, that don't expect to track or really anything too much with this one. I certainly feel in terms of the cars themselves, it's going to be more of a content update for original Gran Turismo fans. You know, things like the Formula car, that is absolutely excellent to see. Of course, the EF Civic, I think for a lot of kind of JDM fans, that's a car that we never really see much. So again, it's quite a pretty cool addition. Now, in terms of the Hyundai, honestly, I don't think too many people are really that bothered about it, but it does seem to have its fans. Now, the car that I was actually wrong about when it came to my update predictions, I thought it was the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. It turns out it's the Toyota C-HR S. Now, honestly, I am just not a huge fan of kind of crossovers or SUVs in general, but it does seem like a lot of people are incredibly excited for that car. I think I could be if Polyphony handle it right and it has enough options to actually make it an absolute troll car. So in that way, I can kind of get behind it. And again, Gran Turismo has always been known for its more daily commuter cars. So I think certainly more original Gran Turismo fans are going to appreciate this update more than those that might have come along with maybe GT Sport or, you know, want the more, you know, racing cars in the game. So I think to those people it's going to be disappointing, but those that are a fan of the original Gran Turismo games and enjoyed the more kind of, you know, down-to-earth vehicles, you might actually really like this one. However, I do feel Polyphony's made a very critical mistake here when it actually comes to the events. There's only going to be 3 of them, and I will take you more in depth with them when it comes over to the actual post. I'll go through that in a second. But in terms of those 3 events, there's actually nothing catering towards the brand new Formula car, which makes me believe that it's more than likely going to be a vehicle that is reserved for every now and again a weekly special event, and really that's going to be it. And maybe we'll see it sometimes in sport mode. So unfortunately, if you was expecting a longer race with kind of, you know, early 1990s Formula cars, that doesn't seem to be the case, at least yet. But who knows, Polyphony will probably never ever do that, but we can only hope. Anyway, I'm going to go through the actual update notes in terms of the content and take you through everything that is coming with update 1.55, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so introducing the Gran Turismo 7 January update, adding 4 new cars and 3 race events. Gran Turismo 7 will receive an update on the 30th of January 2025. The following is a list of contents included with update 1.55. Now, honestly, be prepared to be a little bit disappointed. So we've got the 4 new cars, from a popular EV sports car to an original Formula car will be added. Of course, we have screenshot images of all 4 of these vehicles. So the first one here is the Gran Turismo F3500A, of course based on an early 1990s Formula 1 car. Now admittedly, it does look pretty cool and I have zero complaints about this car itself coming to the game, but you will see that it might be a little bit disappointing for a lot of players, and I'll explain why in a second. Now, in terms of the second car, we have the Honda Civic Si Extra, or the Honda Civic EF generation from 1987. This for me is extremely cool. I'm a massive Honda fanboy, and honestly the EF is a Honda Civic that you'd never really see in many racing games, so I have zero complaints about this one. I'm genuinely excited to get behind the wheel of this one, customize it, and just have a bunch of fun with it. So again, not complaining about that one whatsoever. Next up, we have the Hyundai Ioniq 5N from 2024. Of course, we already knew this car was coming to the game, and if you took part in the viewers campaign reward, you will go ahead and get this car for completely free. So thankfully for most people, you won't actually have to spend a single credit on this one. Again though, I have argued that it could be pretty cool for an EV if they go ahead and actually nail this car, but again, speculation for me is 100% still out there. And then finally, I feel like we have the ultimate troll car. So I was pretty wrong in my prediction of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. In fact, we've got the Toyota C-HR S from 2018, and funnily enough, I mean, admittedly I'm really not the biggest fan of this thing, but it does seem this thing has a ton of fans. Every time I've gone to a comment section of kind of the new update trailer, trailer, or people have rumored this car to be coming, people are insanely hyped up for this. Now personally it's really not for me, but it could be pretty cool if Polyphony put enough options in there to make it a viable and fun car to go ahead and tune and just kind of get behind the wheel. But again, at least on the surface, I'm not too bothered about this one, but again, it does have its fans. So number 2, one extra menu will be added to the cafe. Extra menu number 43, collection group C, will be for collector level 47 and above. Now this is probably where it gets most disappointing. Number 3, new World Circuit events will be added. The following events will be added to World Circuits. That is the Sunday Cup at Kyoto Driving Park Miyabi, the Japanese FF Challenge 450 at Sardinia Road Track C. Again, both of these events will probably be incredibly short and done and dusted within about 4 minutes. Then we have the World Touring Car 600 at Interlagos, and I am not going to hold my breath for that one, considering the image that we're seeing here is to do with the Ioniq. And again, if they haven't got the kind of fuel efficiency sorted for those, it will probably be a maybe 5 to 7 lap sprint race, and that will be it. Unfortunately, that just seems to be the way it typically is with GT7. And again, you may have spotted here, this is where my issue with the brand new Formula car comes in, the fact that it has no events in game actually catering to it. I think that car is mainly going to be reserved for special events, and we'll probably see the first one on Friday. Number 4, more Gran Turismo Sophie compatible tracks will be added. The next generation racing AI agent, Gran Turismo Sophie, is now available on the following courses. Look for the Sophie icon in the quick race menu on each track to test your skills against Sophie. Now again, I really like that they are kind of doing a lot of this with every single update. Unfortunately, they are very quick sprint races. However, in terms of the track, we have pretty cool ones here in the form of Interlagos and Mount Panorama Circuit. Again, that second one right there is one of my favourite tracks of all time, and I cannot wait to test Sophie at that one. Unfortunately though, it will probably be done and dusted once again within a couple of minutes. So again, the kind of fun you're going to get from that one is going to be dependent on how much you enjoy racing Sophie over and over again. Number 5, typical of the scapes. This is chromatic drive will be added as a featured creation in scapes. Thank you for your support, and we hope you continue to enjoy Gran Turismo 7. And there we go, that is all of the confirmed content coming with update 1.55. Again, I feel like if you're an original GT fan, you're going to get more out of the cars than those that maybe came along with GT Sport or have never played a GT game before. Now, in terms of the actual content itself, we'll probably see a bunch of new engine swaps, which are always pretty cool and typically keep the update going longer for me personally. And again, we could get some nice quality of life changes inside of the patch notes tomorrow morning. Now again, those are typically available right before the updates become fully available for everyone to actually jump in. So I'll cover that first thing in the morning, and then I'll cover everything to do with update 1.55 over the coming week or so. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you a little later on. Take care guys, peace.